Welcome to another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days. I'm Michael Knight, sitting down now with Holland Hall senior Owen Ostroski. Owen, going into your senior year, obviously, with the talent that you guys have coming back, 2020 could be a special year. But before we get to that, let's go back to last season and some of the things that you learned from your experience last year as a junior.
I kind of learned as myself. I learned what all I can do position-wise, because I did dabble in some new positions and everything. So that was pretty fun to get to do. And then I learned just how special of a group of guys that I have that I get to be around, and what we have returning. So I'm excited for this year just because I know we can do something special.
On the offensive side of the ball, we mentioned, look, again, I didn't even bother writing down all the positions because I don't have enough paper here. On the offensive side of the ball, when you look back at last year, how many positions did you line up at?
I would say about 4, maybe 5, mainly tight end, and then I would do some fullback, backfield, H blocking, and then couple games lined up at guard one game, lined up at tackle for another. So yeah.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, I know you moved around probably even more than that.
Yeah, I played pretty much everything you can possibly think of on the D line. Played D end, outside linebacker, played middle linebacker at times. It was pretty fun.
You didn't move back to the secondary?
No, thankfully not.
Probably shouldn't. Probably not the right place. Look, I've watched you play in person a couple of times, and I've watched some film as well. And the one thing I know is you like to hit people, so it's probably better to have you closer to the line of scrimmage. Where's that physicality come from, man? Because look, offensively, defensively, even when you're lining up as watching your huddle tape, even when you're lining up at tight end, it's not you catching the ball; it's you putting somebody on their back. Where does that physicality and love for contact come from?
Ever since I started playing, I was always told, you can have all the athleticism in the world, but if you want to be a good football player, you gotta want to bash somebody's head into the ground and everything. So, and that's something I love to do, and I take pride in doing.
Now, this offseason obviously has been a little different with everything going on in the world. For you personally, and we saw the videos on Twitter and things like that. And I joked with you as you came in. He looks bigger than he did last year. Obviously, that garage weight room paying dividends because you've been able to continue to work out every single day and get ready for 2020 despite everything going on.
Yeah, when all the quarantine stuff happened, my dad went out and bought a rack, and then we've had some weights and then borrowed weights from other people. And so I've been very fortunate enough to have a place to work out and everything, to train and everything, while most people didn't have anything like that over the break. And then I also was fortunate enough to be surrounded by some big time athletes, like my brother who plays Division I football, and then also Willie Wright, a former TU All-American who's with the Browns. He's been coming to my house every week, almost every day. And so to be around people like that to train with, and then also my teammates who would come over and help motivate me, I'm really fortunate for what I had.
I did see the news feature. You were pushing a truck. You were pushing Jerry O in the truck at one point. He put the brakes on at some point because, look, you're just putting in neutral. That's a little too easy for you at this point.
Yeah, that was pretty tough, especially going uphill.
Right.
So, yeah, that was fun to get to do something different because I've never done anything like that before.
Now, for you, you mentioned your brother. He's playing Division I football. That's obviously the goal for you. You're being recruited by schools now, going through that process. Staying with the pandemic part of it, it has to be tough going through it right now because you're not able to go anywhere. You're not able to go to camps. You're not able to take visits, things like that. What's that cell bill like? Because I'm sure there's more FaceTime calls, more calls in general, text messages, things like that. How have you had to adapt through this recruiting process, because it's unlike anything any other class has gone through ever?
Yeah, it's been different. I wasn't expecting it to be like this. It sucks not being able to go to camps and to go visit places. But so now I have to spending a lot of time on my phone and on the computer with Zoom calls and talking to coaches and everything. So it's been different, but I'm just excited for what's been going on and everything.
Now, when you look towards 2020, you guys are able as a team to start getting back together a little bit the last couple of weeks. How much fun has that been? Just knowing the potential that you guys have with, just about everybody coming back on both sides of the ball. Obviously, 2020 could be a special year. How much fun has the last couple of weeks been to start getting back together and start the process to a potential gold ball?
I mean, it's been awesome. It's been like nothing we've ever been a part of before. It's really cool to see because the energy and the attitude that everybody has when we're all together, it's like nothing we've ever had before.
Now for you, when you take a look at this season, and we mentioned, almost everybody coming back, and that's a great thing, but at the same time there's also new challenges because Holland Hall moves up to Class 3A, so you're going to be put into a new district, you're going to have new opponents. When you look at this season and when you look at 2020 as a whole, what are you most excited for? Obviously new district brings new opponents and things like that. What's the most exciting thing that you're looking forward to this fall?
I mean, I'm excited just to play new teams because we haven't been in the OSSA very long, so all of these teams are going to be teams we've never played before, so it'll be cool to get to go visit new places, get to play new people that we've never played before.
And now for you, going back kind of a little bit to the recruitment aspect, because you do play so many different things, offensively, defensively. When you talk to a college coach, and obviously, it depends on which one you're talking to, but what's been kind of the majority when it comes to what they like you as? Or is it a situation where they just want to get you to campus and then they'll figure it out afterwards?
The majority of the people are recruiting me as a defensive end, outside linebacker, mainly to have my hand on the ground and rush passers and everything.
Now, finally, we mentioned moving up to 3A, new challenges there. A lot of talent coming back. It could be a special year, but in your mind, what has to happen for Holland Hall to click on all cylinders? I mean, obviously you're in a district. I believe Berry Hill's in that district. They're going to be extremely tough. Of course, in Class 3A, Heritage Hall has been dominant. Lincoln's the defending champs. They'll be good again. What has to happen for Holland Hall to click on all cylinders and raise that gold ball in December?
We're just going to need everybody to buy in and know that we're going to have to overcome a lot of adversities this year. So that's pretty much it.
Well, Owen, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I'm glad that you're a senior because if you're as big as you are this year compared to last year, next year, I'm glad that I don't have to interview you because I'd be feeling a little scared sitting next to you. But, man, looking forward to seeing. Obviously, it could be a special year for you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens this season. Good luck to you and your teammates.
Thank you.
He's Owen Ostroski. I'm Michael Knight, and this has been another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days.